Hey guys. So today I didn't know what I wanted to record for this. I think there's a few episodes that accidentally got deleted, so I'm sorry I can't get those back, and I'm not going to repeat those conversations because I don't know if they are on my YouTube channel or not. And also, yeah, it's a lot. Originally I was gonna go into the pros and cons of disabilities, but I may say that for later. But also then I had a little bit of a sad moment today, um, and I want to talk about it. So yeah, this is, I guess you could say, a video of loss. Not everyone, when they lose something, someone in their life, they have different ways of coping. So don't take my video full value and be like, oh, this is the only way. Like, no, there's several different ways for several different people. You just need to find your way of coping. So yeah. Oh, fuck. So I think I think it was a long time ago now. I forgot how many years at this point. But yeah, I had a girlfriend. She was very nice. She was very lovely. The reason why I refused to talk about her, because I feel like she needed a whole personal video for this. And I think at that point I really didn't know what pain and hurt was. Before it happened, and I'm gonna tell you everything I remember. That, like, when I got off of school, I remember so we were dating for quite a while. She wanted to go slow, and yeah, and then, and so yeah, a lot of things happened. We didn't do that. Okay, no, she wanted to go slow. I respected it, and I'll even talk about the good memories I have of her. And her name was Venetia, by the way. I remember that I was like, I was right. I used to ride my bike to school and home when we used to live near the school. So I used to bike there. And so I am a biking and stuff. And then when we leave, I'd get back on my bike. So I got back on my bike, and I looked at Venetia, and she was going onto her bus, and I was going to ride my bike to her and tell her I love her. Like I usually tell her I love her. I don't tell her that point, but in that moment I really wanted to say it, and I was like, no, I got tomorrow. Wake up, I come to school. Now, by the way, I had work. I was doing a part-time job at this workplace, and I may do a video about it. Actually, I will do a video about it. That may be the third video after I do the whole pros and cons of my disability. Now I text her, and I was like, and usually, yeah, she doesn't pick up because she's at school. You know, she was very focused. And if I remember correctly, I try not to freak out, because last time I freaked out when she didn't answer me multiple times. She was just hanging out with her dad. Fuck, this is hard. I was like, oh, so I was trying not to freak out, and so, but things were weird. You see, when I'm about to get off of work, I grab my phone. Okay, I grab my phone, and I see she instantly texts me. There was no text message. I was really trying not to freak out. I was like, maybe she got caught up with something. She got probably busy. And I remember I was going to tell her that, and I always forgot. And this is the funny part. I always forgot to give her because I told her about the place I was working at, the pizzas that were delicious. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring you a pizza from my workplace. And I finally remembered, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring it to her. Okay, so I got me a pepperoni pizza for me. I ate the whole thing before I got there, and I had their cheese pizza. I literally did not even eat that, and I got into the school. As soon as I got into school, staff was rushing me. They were like, go, you need to go that way, that way, like, go that way, go that way, go that way. And I was like, oh, okay, let's go. So I'm like, what happened? And my sister sees the pizza and she's like, she's like, I gotta get that pizza. No, that's for my girl. And I had to go in there. We get into the room. It's this little office area room that's meant for meetings and stuff. And this is where it happened. And the people who knew about this were a very small group of people. There were basically a bunch of staff. A few staff actually from the school who knew me and knew my connection to Venetia. Mom told me that she lived in a group home, or I think something similar to it. I don't know. And apparently, the people who were there who take care of the place, they basically were trying to help out, and were trying to wake her up, and she wasn't waking up. This story telling me slowly, and I understood what was going to be said. I was hoping it was not, and I was broken beyond belief. I don't think I will ever feel that type of breakingness in my life. And honestly, God, yes, I am. I'm really starting to fucking cry right now. God, fuck. So, what happened, I was strong. I tried to not cry. My mom was tearing up. And my sister, she was being strong. And I need space. I need a break. I said I need this, and so they put me in the sensory room. My sister came in. She cried. She held me, and was saying that she wished that she never died because she knew how happy she made me, and Venetia made me really happy. Like, honestly, if she was still alive, I would most likely still be in a relationship with her. I wouldn't be doing all of the things I've been fucking up with today. Like, none of this stuff would have been happening, and I would have been with her. I would have been happy because she knew how to keep me in check. Oh God. And when I got left alone, I broke down in tears. My brother called me. I answered the phone. I was like, yeah, bro. And he told me, like, hey, your mom called me, okay? She told me that Venetia died. I'm sorry, bro. And I was like, yeah, like, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm, like, trying to hold it in. I was going through it. And before that, I thought I knew what despair was. But that was nothing but despair. Like, that's nothing. I can't describe it anything else but despair. I was hurting bad. Like, really, really bad. And it got worse. We were moving. Mom moved us basically not exactly where we are now, but she moved us somewhere else here. I'm gonna say it because honestly, this place was pretty big. She moved us to Fridley, and honestly, this is the most dumbest location we could have moved to. We moved here in a different part of Fridley, and we were there, and I could not get a rest. I could not get a break. I was hurting with Venetia's death. I needed to be left alone for a while, and I was not getting that break from my mom. My mom was just trying to push me to do stuff, and it made me fuck up more. Because instead of me healing myself, I forced myself to try and heal faster. What caused me to fuck up and think that I was ready to date, and I wasn't. And the girl who I broke up with, it wasn't because of that. It was because she was, Her family was very strict. She would never have been able to see me, and I was not okay with doing a long distance relationship. I didn't think I was quite prepared for that, and to go back into that field again. So I broke up with her, and she hated me. For a while, she understood, and I think she was just hating me because her feelings got hurt, and I understood. She was also one of Venicia's closest friends, so I honestly I feel more of a jackass for that one. It's not like I was like, oh, she's dead, I could date her friends now and shit like that. No, I loved her. Like, there's never going to be a girl I'm going to love more than her. I love her till this day. Venicia is always going to be the one I love, and when I die, I hope I get to see her again. Now, for the amount of times I've fucked up on shit, she may have a few choice words for me. Not gonna lie, she may have a few choice words for my ass for some of the dumb shit I've done. She'll forgive me, but I think she's just gonna get on my case on a few things I've done, and that's fair. That's valid. That's valid. But I remember God Jesus, mom, and when we moved in, she could have just left me alone. My mom could have literally just left me alone for a while. But no, she just kept on pushing me, and I was breaking more and more. And I am not gonna lie, a giant chunk of our us yelling at each other and shit was based off of her just not giving me space and a break. And I even told her this, and the bullshit that she said to me was that, well, I thought you just need to do stuff. And I'm gonna tell you why that's bullshit later. And my brother came to our new house, hugged me. If you guys don't know, my older brother, we're not related by blood, but he's the closest thing I have to a brother in this world. And I am not sad about it. I'm very happy that that I do see him as my older brother. He does do a lot of he does help me with my emotional issues, but he only, like, as far as I know, he hugs like I think I've seen him hug like his family and Katie, obviously. Oh, who is the girl who you see sometimes in my videos. You should know who she is. She's the only female in my videos. And so you guys should. That's Katie, and that's his girlfriend. And he hugs her obviously when she's in a down moment. So yeah, he basically is there for people, but when it comes to people who he's very close with, he's there for them in different sorts of situations. If you're having a giant sad moment like what I was having then, he's gonna come over there. He's gonna hug you. He's gonna like make sure you're okay. He's gonna call you a lot, and he's gonna be like, hey, how you doing? Are you doing all right? And he knows I'm going to tell him how I feel. I don't hide when I'm feeling in pain. That's the big takeaway from my life, is that I don't hide when I'm in pain. I actually show my pain to people. And I think that's why people do care about me, because my emotions will show by my body how I feel, how I'm talking, and different scenarios. Like, if you get to know me, you will understand the fast pace of how you understand how I'm feeling. My mom knows this, but she doesn't give a shit, so it doesn't matter. Honestly, I still feel the pain. I'm not gonna say that the pain has gone away. No. The pain and the love I have for Venicia has gotten stronger over the many years it's been, and that's the reason why I said no girl I'm going to love or date will ever have the love I had for Venicia. And honestly, that is by my choice, and also this is because I love her. Again, if she was still alive, we would be here. alive. Probably at this point I would be talking. Oh, you guys would probably see her in the background of my videos sometimes. She would probably be telling me to clean my goddamn. No, she wouldn't say goddamn, but she would say, "Clean your room." Do you want to clean your room? And then she would help me clean my room and stuff. She is a person who would never give up on you. She was nice, kind. She was generous. She always was able to take care of herself and take care of other people when other people were feeling a certain way. She was just a very nice, genuine person. And there's not many girls I've seen like her, and it makes me sad. Guys, give me a second. I've been uploading a video, by the way. Trying to get a video uploaded. But, yeah. I still feel the pain. The pain grown. There's a lot of things that have happened that's got me angry over the years. And one of them is my mom. I don't know what she calls this man, but his name is Major. And this man almost made me want to commit murder. And by the way, I don't know what my mom has a relationship with him, but this is what he said that made me want to kill his ass. I was sad, I was broken, he said this bullshit. He said to me, and this is what he said completely. In the end of the day, you're just gonna forget about her and other stuff, and I wanted to grab a knife and stab him. I didn't, don't worry. He's still alive. He's probably back in prison or something, I don't know. But I have had anger issues with him because of that one thing. And the reason why he said this is because I was dating a girl originally before, and I said some of the stuff that I've said to him before on that girl, and then we didn't end up together. But the fact he said this and I was broken was very fucked up. I did tell Mom this because every single time when one of her friends or her family members, they do some fucked up shit to me, she treats it like it's okay, and then she doesn't do nothing about it. And honestly, those stories will happen later. We're not going to get fully onto those, but let's get to the part I said that was bullshit. So, not recently, it was a while ago, or a long time now, my uncle passed away. One of my uncles, I have three. Now, I don't say this with meanness or disrespect. I did not care about his passing, or that he was dying. And the reason why I did not care was because I never got close to him. Like, there was, like, times when I was a kid and I was close to him. Like, I can remember some things, and I'll tell you some memories I have of Venetia. But one of the memories I have with him, and the only memory I have with him that's a really good memory, like, it's not like he was a bad person. This was the only good memory. It's just the only thing I can remember for some reason. It was this time I came to Grandma's house, and Grandma was living with him and his girlfriend. And so when I was living there, well, not living there, I was sleeping there for a little bit. I slept with my body tilted on the half of the bed, with only my head on the bed and the rest of my body slouching down, and I was asleep. And my uncle came in, and I remember this. My uncle came in, and he was like, Javon, wake up, Javon. Come on, get in the bed. And he was helping me get in the bed and stuff. He put the covers, like, go to bed, man, go to bed. And that's the only memory. And I'm not saying that was a bad memory, like he did something bad. It was a good thing. But that's the only memory I have of him. And I do have some memories, but when I went to visit him on his deathbed, he was, God, he talked about some bullshit. It did, like, I did something messed up, and that's the reason why I was avoiding him. Because I said something messed up or some, and honestly, when you're on your deathbed, you shouldn't even be talking about this shit. But I was just like, okay, not. And I didn't want to go, but I went anyways because I was being forced to. And my mom definitely had a very broken time about it. But the part that got me fucked up was the fact that when she lost her brother, she basically got her space, her time to herself, everything. Like, she got her space. But when I lost the love of my life, I couldn't get the space. I couldn't get time away from, like, just, like, leaving me alone. Now, I'm going to say, like, she did give me money to go do something because how sad I was. But she just did not leave me alone. And that's what I need the most. I just need to just be alone for a while and sit in this. And her not doing that caused me to fuck up more. And that's the one thing I'm going to say about loss. Everyone, this is the one thing I'm going to say about it. Well, not the one thing, but this is the thing I'm going to say. When someone loses someone, yes, talk to them if you're very close to them. Make sure they're there, but if they say they need space, let them have that space and leave them alone. Because if you do not give them the time to process the loss, they will probably make more mistakes in the future by the fact that you're not doing that one thing. I know it doesn't seem like that, and that seems very stupid. But trust me, to a person who's actually felt pain and didn't get the space he needed from his own mother, I did more fuck up things because of my mindset growing from that. And that was very bad. And so, yeah, I was not ready to date. And so, and if you're wondering what my uncle died from, well, this is the thing my mom got mad about, is the fact that the hospitals were saying they don't know what's wrong with him when it came to my mom, but when my other uncle came in, they told him that there is no reason why this man should be alive right now. And they were not saying like they were wishing ill intent, like, oh, he should die because this and that, and yada yada blah blah blah. No. They're saying this because almost half of his body was not working. Like, completely not working. Including the body parts that made it vital for him to stay alive. Those parts weren't working. And so, well, some of them. I don't know if his heart, I think his heart was working, I think. And so before he died, he got married. To his girlfriend. I don't know why. I never really asked him. And my grandma was there. Everyone was there. And my mom was like, oh, we're not going to talk about no beef and stuff. And my mom could not help but get into beef with grandma. Stuff I'm not going to bring up right now. But grandma walked away crying. And I was walking around doing my own thing. And I think this shows, like, if you do not, like, have an extreme connection and you don't actually bother calling him or calling, like, your nephews or your kids or whatever, well, if you have kids, I'm assuming you live with them. If not, then I'm sorry for your difficult situations. If you guys don't call them, they're basically not, when you die, it's going to be, to me, it was like a random stranger was dying, and that's the reason why I didn't go to the funeral. Because I only saw him as a random stranger, and I thought that was disrespectful for me to go to a random stranger funeral with a bunch of people who care about him are crying and upset about his loss. And then the one person here just does not give a shit. And he's just like, why am I here? And I'm being honest, it sounds fucked up. And you're right, it is. But again, he could have called me. He did have my number. And yes, I could have called him. But I honestly, he never called me enough to the point I actually forgot his own existence. So I forgot he was even on my phone. Even then I forgot his phone number. So I couldn't call him. So, yeah, and so yeah, it was a bunch of bullshit. And I think my auntie was being devil advocate for my mom in this very moment. Because she was being like, she lost someone, but the part I was getting to was the fact that I lost someone and I didn't get the space. I didn't get time away from her telling me to do this, do that, do this, do that. She just kept on telling me to do stuff, and when I didn't want to, she made my life a living hell. But when she loses someone, she gets to have that break. That's fucked up. that's not fair to do. And honestly, my whole life with my mom hasn't been fair, so honestly, I should expect something like that to happen. I was so but Venetia 3 days after her death, prom started. I didn't want to go to prom. AJ, my teacher, he was like, "Go to prom, you may feel better," and I did, and I was not. I was doing more things. I was fucking up more. I literally was fucking up more. And I was doing a lot more things just to get rid of the pain I was feeling for just a moment. And so basically, that was the worst place for me to be at. I'm not blaming AJ. I'm not saying like, AJ, this is your fault. No, this is definitely my fault. I should have just still said fucking no. It's not like they forced me. They were like, oh, if you don't want to, we understand. I went anyways. So, yeah, but yeah, the one thing that irritated me is that there was this dude with this girl, and he was just making noises to make her laugh, and I was getting so irritated, and now I just see myself as me being fucking jealous, and having such anger for that person because he was in a relationship, and I lost the love of my life. My greatest memories with her. One I'm gonna say this. Our entire life together are my greatest memories. But there's two that were very good moments. One time was at a CBI at our school. So as the CBI in our school, we took an art class. So we're making a birdhouse. And we were like, oh, we're gonna make one together. And staff came up to us and said like, hey, how are blah blah blah. My mouth is getting mumbled. Blah blah blah. She asked like, oh, what are you guys gonna do? Because you guys are graduating tomorrow. I said like, I don't know. I'm most definitely gonna get my own place. Maybe looking at her being like a certain someone moving in with me. And she was like, maybe. By the way, she never told me that she was dying. She wanted to keep it a secret, and I know why. I'm not mad at it. The whole thing that happened over there, that was my favorite memory. One of my favorite memories, and well, all memories of her is my favorite, but that one is really one that holds in my heart. Another one, and I remember this, and I'm going to speed this up because my phone's at 4%. One of my greatest memories I've had with Benicio was that we were at Mall of America, okay? And my mom took us there. She was at a movie theater. We went and we had our money. We were spending money on other things. So we went to an arcade. I bought her food. We went to Panda Express. We bought some food, and then we were just eating stuff. Fast forward, because the greatest part of the story is there was a little bit about a masseuse thing, and I did not feel comfortable with her getting massaged by a man. I did promise her if we go back there, I would pay for it. I guess I won't get that chance now. Yeah. But the part of the story I want to tell is the Duck's Donut story, or the Dunkin' Donuts. So I remember seeing a Dunkin' Donuts somewhere in there. So I was like, okay, I think I saw it somewhere. So I went to this officer over there or whatever, and I said, hey, we're looking for donuts, and he was like, okay, are you looking for something far or close? And I said, we're looking for donuts, because I thought there was only one donut place. Apparently I was wrong. He was like, oh, if you go over there, there's some donuts. I'm like, okay. So we go there and we find this donut place, but it's not called Dunkin' Donuts. It's called Duck Donuts, and we did not know that. And then we went there, and I was talking to her. I was like, oh, I'm going to take you to Dunkin' Donuts. The dude at the front of the counter, he was like, well, let me tell you something. We have the best donuts here, okay? When you buy our donuts, when you buy Dunkin' Donuts, they're hard. they're cold. When we give it to you, they're hot and ready. You know what? Just to prove my point, you both get one free donut. And we were just shocked and everything. We were looking like, okay. And I said vanilla, she said chocolate. And she ate the donut. She was like, and like it was hot, so we had to wait. And then we ate it, and we ate it for a little bit because it was literally off the stove, like hot and ready. They literally meant it when they said it. When he said it, hot and ready. Sorry guys, I messed up the view screen because I was trying to see how charged my phone is for this story. So the entire time, and I'm looking at her in the donut. I'm just like, this donut, she's cheating on me with the donut. I'm like, I think I said something about it. It was like, you're really liking this donut too much. And it was like, I'm just liking the donut. And she can see I'm just being jealous. Being jealous of a donut. And, it was funny. I ate my donut. I couldn't eat no more. I was already going to throw up. And it's hard to make me throw up from eating sugar. So that's how I knew it was a good donut. So she had her donut. I was going to buy her a whole case of donuts, depending on how much I can get, where I can get a bunch of donuts, and for then she can bring it to her folks. But we sell with this. She took the donuts over to her house, and she got drove over to my place. I stayed with her down to the hotel on the bottom floor, and I remember that we started. So her Uber came in. We opened the door. We started kissing. I'm gonna be honest. We're making out as the door was open. And I could feel the dude looking at me. Like, I'm still kissing her. I can just feel it. I can feel him looking at me just like, are you fucking kidding me? And so she goes in, and I say, I love you, and she says, I love you too. And I go back in my room. I tell my brother the whole situation. Actually, no, I didn't. On my birthday, I think on my birthday we had a fight. Well, before my birthday we had a fight. So, because of that, I never told him that on that day because we had a giant fight, and I may make a video talking about that, to talk about situations in that moment that was okay and not okay. But yeah, in other words, loss, it takes a toll on you. Take space. Take time, talk to people at the same time. Make sure that you're giving yourself space, but also make sure you're giving yourself time to talk to your friends, and also show to your friends and show to the people who do actually care about you that you're still alive, you haven't taken your own life. Please do not commit suicide because you lost someone. I know that you want to do that, and I know that's how it feels because I went through that. And I know a lot of other people who went through that, and so that's a feeling that you're going to feel. But just, you want to talk to people, but give yourself space at the same time. It's a hard thing to manage, but trust me, it is possible. And understand this: when you love someone and you lost them, that love for them is not going to go away, and that's just showing that you care about them. And when that love is gone, that's kind of bad. So, to me at least, that's bad. Awesome. Ask anyone else that. They have probably a different story for that one. But yeah, my phone's at 3%, and that's all I wanted to say for this story. And just you guys get to know me and stuff, so this is very good. I am surprised I have not shed a tear. So, yeah, I was shedding tears, just a tiny bit though. Okay. So yeah, I hope this story helps someone out there who's dealing with something or something equivalent to it, or someone who's going to deal with it in the future. And yeah, see you guys later. Crimson Thunder, out.